Renee was really walking around on TikTok, well, not walking around, but was on TikTok parading this man around, and now you're getting sued for $1 million. What?
Brenay, you done made a couples page with a man that's still married, you still married, and y'all going through a lawsuit? Y'all must be trying to give Akira and Devon all y'all money.
She is wanting to be in a relationship with my cousin again.
The marriage that y'all were separated before. Thank you. How can you scream? And I've been in your life since alone, in your life alone, for over half of what she's ever been in your life before. So how can you scream? Oh my gosh, Renee ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and that and the third. How can I do that? How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken?
Hey y'all, in today's video, we're going to get into this Brenay, Tim, Akira, and Devon situation. Now, Tim and Devon, they are first cousins. Brenay and Tim first dated when it was either 13 or 15 years old. Of course, that's puppy love. They broke up. She ended up marrying Devon later on in life, and he didn't have a problem with her dating his cousin as a child because, come on, she was a child at that point. They adults now. Tim ended up being married to Akira, and they had a couple kids together, but since they was cousins, they was always doing double dates for the whole time. Brenay really was getting close to all of them because she wanted to be back with Tim because she felt like Devon really wasn't showing her affection. She felt like he wasn't man enough. So basically, Brenay was smashing this grown man in him and his wife's house. And like I said, she was talking to the wife all the time because, you know, that was her man's cousin's wife or whatever. So, you know, you're going to be cool. And she was being friends with her. I'm sure they was telling each other oh yeah, he smashed me like this, because you know sometimes as girls we do be saying stuff like that. Oh yeah, how was it? And I'm sure she was telling her that, and Brenay was just doing that because she wanted to know how it felt so she could get closer to Tim. She really wanted Tim the whole time. Now, usually I would say you got to check your man because usually it is that's on your man. The other woman doesn't owe you any obligation. But since you and this lady were friends, quote unquote, best friends for a moment, you were wrong, Brenay. So both your man, the other man, and of course the other man is wrong. He did wrong too because, come on, you was married, you was kids, you broke up your relationship for this. You were wrong all across the board this time, and because you acted like you was this lady's friend. It was not somebody you ain't even know her. No, you knew her. You was in this lady house. Y'all was on date nights together. So that was totally wrong of her. And as always, it's just my personal opinion. Nothing that's to be taken seriously. This is not the news. This is pure entertainment, raw conversation with my homegirls about real topics with my real opinion. I'm not making this video to talk down on anyone. I just make great video essays. And of course, this video is protected under fair use. So let's get into the video.
So this girl was married to this guy. Social media couple, all cutesy, yay, right? Then you have this girl who was married to this guy. Young couple, got their whole lives ahead of them, you would think, right? Even the girls, they used to hang out with each other because the guys were actually first cousins. Now, in a strange turn of events, the heifer Brenay was hanging with Akira really to feel out how things was going in her relationship because she was checking for her man. You know, the typical reason why women don't have other women in their households around their men. But they used to hang out, do videos together and all of that stuff, right? A stank. So this girl wanted this guy and she got him. Look, she got him. It's cool though, because you lose them how you get them. But this girl said, you know what? I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on my health. I'm going to do my glow up. I'm going to do my big one. Look at her fine, right? And this guy, he decided to do the same thing. Glow up.
So yeah, all y'all acting like y'all cool just to end up being with each other when y'all could have did that, you know, originally. It's crazy, but that's why I always say, I feel like your younger years are just to get to know you, building your career up and stuff like that. Don't get really that serious with anybody because most of the time, the man, not every man, but most men, most young men, they're going to cheat if they dating you when they got with you super young because they really wasn't able to experience the world yet. But what these two did, that's really worse and low down than that because you actually was sleeping with this man in this lady house, acting like you were friends with her, and you betrayed your cousin like that as well. And they both probably ended up, obviously the man, her ex-husband, he said he was heartbroken. I'm sure the lady heartbroken as well. And then to make it worse, y'all went out and y'all actually did it public. So that's a punch in the stomach, really.
Question, what's tea? Okay, what's been going on? So if y'all don't know, I am currently in a divorce Yes, I'm in a divorce. Things didn't work out between me and, y'all already know who the other person was. I just don't want to. Yeah. So it's been a lot has transpired. A lot has happened since 2023. I'll probably go into detail in another video, but just he was my status. We're not together. Yeah. I'm in a divorce. Am I seeing other people? Yes. I'm moving on with my life. Something that divorced people do.
Keep it cute now.
A lot of y'all is asking who is Tim, because if y'all see my TikTok, y'all see my Facebook, y'all see my Instagram, y'all see him in the videos. And who is Tim? Tim and I have been friends for 11 years since I came to North Carolina. 11
She really
years.
trying to flip this like she
I know a lot of you guys see or hear other things on the internet, but this is me telling you, whether you believe it or not. Tim and I have been friends for 11 years. I've known his family. He's known my family for 11 years. We always stayed in contact. We've always been, maybe not like this, but we've always been close. Checked in from time to time. He honestly, I was 14, he was 15. We used to date. So for like a year and some change. So we've been friends longer than we were in a relationship. So he was my first boyfriend. I was his first girlfriend, just the first of the yeah. All of that, okay?
This whole situation is really bad because they really play in both of their spouses' faces and really, I guess I would say they probably gaslit them or gaslighted them or whatever. And like, cause they probably always suspected it. Most of the time, like I said, people aren't dumb. People suspect when someone's cheating. Like, I used to date a guy and he will always like leave his phone in the living room. Like, that's fishy. So like when stuff like that happens, you're not really surprised, or you shouldn't act shocked when you find out that that person is cheating on you. I never did, but I'm just saying, if I found out, I can't be shocked. But I'm sorry, I would never be cool with my cousin again. If you sleep with my man, you sleep with my woman, we can never be cool. I can never trust you. Look, I will cut you off for less. Like, even if I just feel like you too friendly, because you really can't trust nobody around your spouse for real. You can't.
It is not because of, we ain't even divorced yet, actually. We're still in the separation phase, but the damage that has been done to me throughout this whole little process it's taking a toll on me. It's been driving me kind of crazy a little bit, because I've been wanting to speak out about it, just because the simple fact of all of this stuff that y'all see on the internet be so fake, bro. Y'all may say I never looked happy with her in the videos and whatnot, but y'all don't know nothing that went on behind closed doors or behind the camera. People don't know what I had to go through. People don't know what I had to deal with. But I'm not gonna make it seem like I didn't have my faults either. Yes, I had some ways about myself too, but I never once thought about stepping out of my marriage to go be with somebody else. To sit here and say that I'm happy to see my wife with another man, no, I'm not. But I had to let that go, just so I wouldn't continue to get myself hurt by chasing somebody who don't want to be with me. Do I wish we could have worked things out? Yes, any married couple would. But it has to be a team effort. But when it's not, it's not gonna work. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've struggled with just moving forward from this situation, because it's like, there's been a lot of unanswered questions, but everything has been shown through actions. So I have no choice but to accept my reality now and face the fact that things ain't gonna be the same ever again. I never once thought that going into marriage that it was gonna go like this. But you know, when people got other plans, they could really care less about you. And at this point, after this video, if it ruffles feathers and people feel some type of way about me, I could care less. To have somebody that you loved so dearly play with so hard the way they did, it really shows you that you really don't know people for who they really are. And it's just crazy to me how you can sit there and tell somebody that you love them, but then sit there and betray them like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I thought getting over this little situation would be so easy. I've even tried to move on myself, made the mistake of trying to move on too early, and I've hurt people. And hopefully they forgive me. Life, they're feeling this pain, it's tough. And I don't really think a lot of people really speak out about it, but waking up, not feeling that joy that you used to feel because somebody stripped it away from you, they just took your heart and ran with it.
People do think that Brenay is really just trying to be Akira, because it's like everything that Akira be doing, Brenay seems like she wants to do it or have it too.
Montague. I am 25 years young. I am a wife and a mother of two. Being in 5th grade, I had a teacher that helped me find out what my learning disability was and how to conquer those adversities that I came to.
I want to work with children with disabilities. I want to work with children hearing impaired. I want to work with all types of children that's in that arena. Like,
she really helped me conquer the fear of not being able to be like everybody else or succeed like everybody else. But
I don't never want to compare my situation to nobody else, because
she helped me understand that my disability was really an ability. So that was very exciting to me, and very impressionable, because it actually helped me carry that all the way through life. I'm still remember that conversation. I still use it to this day. I am excited to apply what she gave me to my teaching experience, because I want to let my students know that I am there for you.
I'm going to school to be a teacher.
Whenever you need me, because you may not get it at home, or they might not understand what you're going through academically because they're at work or trying to put you through school, you know. I really want to be like your parent away from your parent that helps guide you through life, you know. I want to leave my mark so that, you know, you can use whatever I teach you at a young, impressionable age up until you're an adult. You can take it with you through the rest of your educational career. And that's what I'm most excited about, teaching my students.
You know the saying, you never tell your left hand what your right hand's doing, or something.
Now, of course, you know the saying is, how you get them is how you lose them. So now it just seems like, obviously, this relationship is not going to work out, because, you know, God don't bless no mess. It just started off all wrong. You cannot be successful or happy with somebody else's husband. But anyway, it seemed like he just always annoyed with her, talking about how she eats and stuff like that. And I'm sure she was doing it the whole time. But now it's like, he's annoyed, she's annoyed. They both get into, this was just a bad decision. He should have just been faithful. And if she wanted to leave her relationship, she could have did that, but she ain't had to go back with this man's cousin. Like, come on now, there's other people in the world. It didn't work out the first time when y'all was teenagers, and most likely it ain't gonna work out now.
Please.
What you pleasing for?
I'm gonna smack it.
Hush.
Tim, mukbang, not ASMR.
Tim, please be quiet.
Don't call me Tim, bro.
So Devon and Akira started being on to Brenay and Tim, because like I said, they all used to do TikToks together. I guess they all want to be content creators. Brenay actually is one. She's a big one, in fact. But they noticed, like, dang, why we ain't in the videos no more? They was finding out that they was going to like events without them, sleeping in their house, and it's just like both of them just caught peep to that. And Akira, she got really mad, but she ain't really say nothing. She was just collecting all her receipts, like, oh no, you ain't about to do me like that. Y'all gonna pay. I don't care if it's on the front end or the back end, but you gon' pay. And that is in fact, because I know they pissed. I know they probably wishing they never even seen each other, because who would really think that someone would sue you for that? You know, of course, we always hear about people that was cheating and they gets to, I haven't heard about stuff like this in years, I guess, because young people don't really get married like that much anymore. But Akira is not playing with Brenay or Tim, and I just feel bad. I mean, it's their fault. It was their decision, because Tim, he wrong as I don't know what. Brenay is wrong too, but Tim is definitely wrong, because, like, you got kids. You doing all of this in front of your kids, and I'm not saying that he was smashing her in front of her kids, but it's like, now you see, like, your kids can see that you tore your family up.
No, because Brenay was really walking around on TikTok, well, not walking around, but was on TikTok parading this man around, and now you're getting sued for $1 million. What? And that is why it's so important to know your state's legislation, because Brenay lives in North Carolina, and only a handful of states in the United States sue or litigate for this thing that's called alienation of affection. And basically what that is you sleeping with my man? Don't do that. So let me tell y'all what happened real quick. So Brenay is a content creator on this app. And so she was married to a man named Devon. Devon is first cousins with a man named Tim. And Tim is married to a woman named Akira. So the court documents indicate that Akira and Brenay got really close, and they would even disclose situations about their, marriages to each other. And it's alleged that Brenay used that relationship with Akira to get close to Tim. Now, Devon and Brenay, I guess they're getting a divorce, or they've gotten a divorce. Now, Brenay has been parading around her TikTok account with this man and on social media in general. And back on May 5th, she made a video talking about how it was like a get ready with me. She
me to go to brunch with my best friend and her husband. And yeah, that's just
and Tim, she put, I'm gonna show y'all the screenshot, but she put Tim's name up without saying verbally or whatever. And so that was on May 5th. Now, I caught her live on May 16th. I wasn't paying no attention to this. I was just scrolling, being nosy, being messy. So on May 5th, I catch on one of her, not May 5th, May 16th, I catch her live, right? And I don't know what the hell is going on. I know she's talking about getting a divorce, but I don't know what else is going on. People dragging her in the comments or whatever. So she arguing with people in the comments. And so she's saying like, it's y'all mad because y'all can't have the tea. She was like, it's none of y'all business about what is no tea, and it's none of y'all business about what happened to my marriage. And I'm just like, okay, she's absolutely right. It ain't nobody business, right? Then today I'm like, you lied about it being no tea because, baby, this is Bridgerton. And the court documents state like, she was making videos with Akira and everybody. And then Akira started to notice that it started to be less about videos with other people and just with her man. And so Akira like, what the hell is going on? So Akira is noticing all this stuff. And I'm guessing she keeping receipts. She's seeing Brenay post videos on her social medias. And so Akira sends Brenay a cease and desist because Akira is looking around on these, these social medias, and she's seeing that Brenay is posting her children. So Akira serves her a cease and desist. Y'all, the lawsuit alleged that Brenay was up in the house, and her and Tim was having relations in the bed, on the couch, in that woman's house. In that woman's house. The court documents say that Brenay co-signed this man. She done left her man. He done left his wife. They living together. She done co-signed an apartment for this man. You living with this man the whole time. You parading this man on social media, and Akira is collecting receipts. That's why y'all gotta stop playing with folks. Stop playing with people, because not everybody playing games out here.
I really would like to know, like, who came onto who first, because like I said, they're both low down and dirty, but it's like he has so much to lose. But I bet she came onto him first or whatever, because they be saying that like Brenay basically bought Tim, but it's like, Tim, why are you able to be bought? And I definitely understand that if they both was wrong, but I feel like $1 million, that's a lot of money to be owing. But what's probably going to happen is she probably going to file bankruptcy and just be able to get out of it. But still, that's going to mess up her credit for still like a couple years. Well, depending. Sometimes people say that bankruptcy not that bad. So I guess it just all depends.
Now, you will see them like, hanging out, doing a couple things, going on double dates or whatnot. And you'll also see Brenay, hanging out with their kids, possibly babysitting. Now, the crazy part about all of this is that after she announced that she's divorcing Devon, she's now seen with Tim, being friendly, going out places. And Akira's like, girl, you're playing in my face. Like, we hang out, my kids, my family. And now all of a sudden, you're with Tim. Like, what? And the gag is, y'all, Tim is the first cousin of Devon. Not only that, but Brenay actually used to date Tim before she married Devon, y'all. And I'm about to show you guys this little lawsuit, so just keep watching. Okay, Akira filed this lawsuit on May 28, 2024. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing. If you guys want to look it up, you guys can just look up Akira Montel, or however you say her last name, and it will pop up. But a few things that stood out to me was, number 17, defendant utilized personal information gained from the friendship to seduce plaintiff's husband. Plaintiff being Akira, defendant being Brenay. That's crazy as hell to me, because how do you just sit around another female's significant other that's supposed to also be your husband's cousin, and you also dated him, which is crazy, because does Akira even know this? Because that would be my first red flag. I would have never had that different man, especially if you already dated him before. Like, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Another thing that I wanted to talk about this lawsuit is that it says plaintiff and defendant developed a close friendship due to plaintiff's husband being close with defendant's husband. It also says defendant was married to the first cousin of plaintiff's husband.
When they say God don't bless no mess, because it just seemed like since they did all of this, both of their lives are just going downhill. And allegedly Brenay wants to be back with Devon, but Devon did at first, but now like, oh no, it's too late, you done did too much. And she was bringing men allegedly over to the house while he was there. Tim want to be back with Akira allegedly, and she ain't letting him back, especially she trying to get all their money. She trying to get all their money. She don't want him back. There's no need to have him back. Like, that's dirty. Your own cousins, girl, that is dirty. And it just seemed like Tim did that for fun. Like, Brenay was not who he really wanted. I don't think Akira was who he wanted either. He don't know what he want.
You literally left Devon because you said he wasn't man enough. Tim ain't doing Nathaniel. He proposed to you at a cemetery. Then you got him an Apple Watch. He don't need no watch. All he gonna do is keep wasting your time. Then on your birthday, he got you the Ordinary travel size skincare kit, and you talking about something you gonna wait to get you a bigger size, and you don't use that many products on your face. Girl, I would have lost it. But you getting all that you deserve, because God don't give you nobody else's husband.
A lot of people are just dragging Brenay, but Tim, he's a dirty, stinking dog because allegedly he was sleeping with her. Like, he slept with Brenay's sister as well. And it's like that situation, which breaks my heart. The Jarvis situation, he slept with the niece, the two sisters, and nobody said this, but I would believe that he slept with the mother too. He's sleeping with too many people in his family. It's like, when you hear situations like this, like, dang, was this the only man in town? Like, come on, a man that slept with my sister wouldn't want him. A man that slept with my cousin for sure wouldn't want him. I don't play all that. Like, I'm strict. Like, when it comes to these men, I be strict. No, you cannot have a female. That's a question that I ask, like, in the get to know stage. Do you have a female best friend? Are you friends with your ex? Are you completely over your ex? Of course, people lie, but I will find out. I don't do people that still love their ex. Oh, I'm still love them. I'll always love them. Now, have love. Okay. Don't let me know about it, but okay. But, I still love them. I will always love them. I don't date people like that, because if they can get back with that person, eventually they will, and you will end up looking foolish, stupid. That was always my biggest fear. It never happened. Like I said, I be asking all these questions, and I look at stuff. But that's always been my biggest fear, because I've seen that. Like, when people will break up with someone because they really want to be back with their ex, and they will use you. Because even Tim admitted to it. Like, he hurt other people trying to get over Renee. Do not use me for none of that. Don't use me for none of that. So, like, I just feel like, it was signs. It was signs. And I do feel bad if Akira never knew they was together, though, because it's like, Tim would low down dog.
I let them people play in your face. See, look, when you grown, I don't care how mature you think your partner is. Not friends with your ex. You can be cordial if you see them in public. You can definitely speak, but no couples trips, couples dinners, couples cooking in the kitchen. Especially now that they both up here professing how in love they were and how distraught she was when they broke up, because that was the worst heartbreak she had ever had, including her divorce with Devon. Like, y'all knew their history, and y'all literally let them play in y'all face like that. But I love the fact that Tim's dad was the only one that smelt Brenay coming from a mile away. Tim said that his dad did not like Brenay. His whole family liked Brenay, but his daddy didn't. That's because your daddy knew she was a snake. Okay? But y'all, these people, like, the more and more that come out, but I'm trying to see where did Karen fit in when she fucked him. So you had Tim Wade at 15 years old. You and Tim broke up a year and something after only dating, right, in high school. Somewhere along the line between him breaking up with Brenay and getting married to Akira, Karen was one of the
Now, allegedly, low down Tim, after he found out that Brenay really about to lose all this money, now he want to go back to Akira. Like I said, Akira most likely is not going to take that man back. If she do, that'll be the biggest L, for real. But, like, everybody got a part to play in this, I think, except for Akira, because I feel like Akira just didn't know. But like, I feel bad for Devon. But Devon got his fair share, too. Like, even though they was kids, they still was dating. I don't care. Like, if I found out somebody was dating my cousin for a year and a half, and I want to date him now, that would feel kind of weird to me.
They caught her boyfriend Tim texting his wife Akira after she lost her court case. So y'all, the girl life for Brenay, she got like a private story on Snapchat. And this morning she was posting like, what should she do? She went through Tim's phone and found out that he was texting his wife saying like he's going to leave her. She lost the court case and that Akira's about to win, all the money. So Akira and Tim, they planned up and buddied up and partnered up to try to take Brenay down. I mean, you reap what you sow. And And Brenay was also on there saying how she missed Devon Mayo. She missed him and he was the best thing that ever happened to her. And she don't understand why she kept being mean to him. And she just want her family back. The girl with the big claw nails, Brenay. And Brenay was also saying like she just don't know what to do. And she wished that Devon could just come to her rescue and be her Superman and just carry her and they fly off into the sunset.
She would have Devon in her videos. If you go to the comments, people would say, oh, he don't seem like he like you. He seemed like he's unhappy. You deserve better, because he was laid back and nonchalant. And one thing about it, your man cannot be nonchalant and laid back on TikTok, because everybody's going to swear up and down that he hates you and you deserve better. Not even knowing the story. So with that already being the narrative of Brenay being like this happy-go-lucky wife that's full of life, and then her husband just seemed like he doesn't want to be there all the time, I feel like Brenay thought that this was just going to be so easy for her to just, you know, break up with Devon, get with Tim, and then they was going to be this cute little content couple. Because I can tell that since they had been together when they was teenagers, I can tell when they get back around each other, they have that mentality of 17-year-olds. They're not thinking like grown adults when they're together. You can tell they revert back into those teenage years, especially Brenay. I feel like Tim is more so in it for the clout. I can see that he wants to be a content creator. And what better way than to link back up with your old high school girlfriend who has millions of followers? So he essentially sold his soul to the devil, left his family, and went over there with Brenay just with the hopes and dreams of becoming this content couple. And that's what they're trying to do now with their new page. And they're cook brownies with us and all this. And the thing is, it might actually work out for them. There's actually a target audience. There's women out here that are on Brenay's side that feel like what she did wasn't wrong. And they can relate to her in some type of ways. I really don't see that lasting for too long. I feel like right now they in that stage of it's us against the world. Like they're thinking like young kids, and they just feel like, you know, nobody wants to see us together, but it don't matter. It's us until the world blows. You know, I'm your ride or die. That's the mentality that they have right now. But I think it's really setting in for Tim.
I know Tim probably punching the air. I don't think it hit her yet that she really about to get this big old lawsuit, but I think Tim is probably punching the air, because you don't ruin something that is permanent for something that is temporary, something that you already had. You really didn't want it. And I think that maybe Tim and Brenay are just both immature. They really didn't think about the consequences of their actions. But his consequences going to haunt him forever. Like, Brenay will get over this. Brenay will get over Devon. She don't even want Devon. She just going back to him because she know that, or she want to go back to him because she know that she found out that Tim don't do nothing for her, and he don't even freaking like her. But Tim, his actions is going to cost him for life because he has kids with this, with Akira.
So I'm going to say this and get off Beyonce internet. Everybody talking about Brenay, Tim, and Devon, however you want to pronounce his name. But I think y'all missing the big picture. Remember when Brenay was telling her side of the story and she kept saying, because that little boy this and that little boy that and that little boy this. He giving grown man right now. Because instead of him soaking in his sorrows about you and what you got going on, he been doing his one too. I ain't seen not a new romper that you got. I ain't seen not a new nothing you got going on. But I have been seeing how Tim treats you like you a little girl. Oh, how the tables have turned. What Devon liked it for you, because he liked it just you. Like he didn't care nothing about nothing. Tim hated. Tim hate the way you chew. Tim hate the way you look. Tim look at you in disgust. And if your mother was a better mother, she would tell you, babe, that man don't like you.
All right, very quick synopsis, since this video is longer than I would like. Don't ruin something that is permanent for something that's temporary. Like, you got to really understand, and don't think just because a man is smiling in your face that he actually like you. Most of the time it be lust, it be passion. Like, you really lost a good man. And I know y'all relationship might have been hard at the time, but marriage is hard. You got to really work it out with the one you want. Look, what they say, don't chase the one you, don't leave the one you want, chasing the one you trying to get with or whatever, because most of the time it don't work out. You had a good man, you should have stayed with him, you want him back, he closed the door, goodbye. Like, now it cost y'all both a big mistake. You about to lose a lot of money, or you about to have to file bankruptcy, and he done lost, I ain't gonna say lost full custody custody of his kids, but he ain't got them kids in his possession like that no more, and it sucks for all parties. But I mean, you made your bed, you gotta lay in it. Hey guys, I created the ultimate manifestation journal. This is everything that I use to attract my dream life. Everything that I use to make a full-time income online, because before I learned about attracting and not just doing stuff just to be doing it and actually being intentional, I wasn't making money. But when I learned to attract, manifest, and turn my thoughts from negative to positive, that's when I really was able to start making money. And like I always say, it's no sense of just watching online and you're not at least being able to pay for your car payment, pay for your mortgage, daycare. Like, even if you just want to make $500 a month online, like, this is absolutely positive with these techniques. And it's not always just about money. And the book is not all about money. The book is also helping you be able to get closer to God, helping you improve your self-esteem, helping you have self-love. It's like really like an all-in-one book. Now, I created this journal from nothing. Like I said, this is stuff that I use every single day. Every single day. I don't take just random action. Everything that I do is intentional. And I can promise you, this book is life-changing. Because like I said, it changed my life. This is everything that I use. It changed my life, literally. So if you're tired of struggling, like I said, you want to make a couple extra $500 to extra couple $1,000 every single month online, you need to get this book. If you're ready to stop like being down on yourself, having low self-esteem, you need to get this book. If you want to get a closer relationship to God, it's a lot of prompts in here. You need to get this book. They said YouTube paid Mr. Beast like $600 million last year. We just trying to get a piece of the pie. We just trying to make an extra couple $1,000 a month online. Like I said, it's absolutely possible. And this book is filled with nothing but gems. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, this book also has inner healing, how to heal your inner child wounds, childhood trauma. And this book is 117 pages. And I ain't gonna lie to you, you probably gonna cry after reading the whole entire book.